Good afternoon, everyone. And today, wait, hold on.
Go from the top.
That's because the pudding got. Wait, let me have a little taste of it.
Like, moisten it up in there.
You know, I could have used some.
Give some moisture in there.
A little moist. I need to get my throat a little moist. A little for here.
This is the Cats and Pudding Podcast. A melting pot of pudding. And now, here's Jen.
Welcome, everybody, to our episode of Cats and Pudding. And today, I have one of my favorite people on the show, Olivia Caridi. She is one of my favorite people. And I'm so glad that she's here today and eating pudding with me.
Cheers.
Cheers to pudding.
I haven't had
Cats and
pudding in years.
Isn't pudding the best? This is, I do like the one, the pudding off the stove.
Years.
Pudding rules. It's so good.
I love it. I love this concept. It's so
I like
cute.
it too.
It's so cute.
It's all me. It's totally me,
It's so
right?
you.
Just knowing me, you know that
This
this is just.
backdrop is very you.
I know. I love it. I have to get a picture of my cat Paulie on here.
No, it's
He's
so
going to start
cute.
coming on the show too. My
Good
cat
idea.
Paulie. Yes.
Perfect.
He's going to start asking very screwed up questions.
I love it.
He's going to want to get in deep and ask a lot of good questions to my guests. So
I mean, probably
think
a
it'll be
better
good.
talker than me. So.
he's going to be a better talker than me, and that's really hard. to
No,
be
you're a
talk-
good talker.
So tell me, I
What's
want to
up?
hear all about what's going on. Well, first of all, tell everybody,
Yeah.
you know, what you're. She was on an excellent show. A lot of people know this show. This is probably the crown jewel of reality shows. That
It used
she
to
was
be,
on.
at least. Yeah.
I think it kind of still is.
kind of still is.
I think it kind of still is
Yeah, I
because
was-
people of all ages watch the show.
They do.
She was on The Bachelor.
On The Bachelor. Yeah. That was so long ago.
How long ago was it?
So I filmed in 2015 and it aired in 2016. So that was,
Wow.
and I've never shown my face since then outside of one brief stint.
Are you, really?
so, yeah.
How long were you on the show for?
Well, I was number 5.
Wow.
So,
So
a
you
lot
made
of it.
You made it to the almost to the end.
Yes.
So how many episodes is there with The Bachelor? I haven't watched it in years, honestly. It's terrible that I say that.
Yeah, I actually, well, what's funny, I didn't watch my season. So I was,
Did you ever watch your season?
I watched the first episode because I knew that the first episode was pretty good. Like I got the first impression rose, and I people didn't hate me at that point.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, this episode will
Are
be
you
good.
saying that people hated you?
Many, yeah.
Oh wow. So you were the villain or
Yes.
the bitch? What were you?
I was the villain. I would say I was I would say people would think I was overconfident,
okay.
which maybe it was bitchy.
Why? Because you thought
He
you were gonna
really
get
liked me. Like he liked me for a long time, and then when he didn't anymore, I just
How does that work? How do you like somebody for? So
Yeah.
explain this to me. How long does it really take place? Like how
Yeah,
long is the
sure.
whole process?
Yeah, so I was I filmed for a month.
Okay.
The winner will probably film for like 6 weeks.
Okay.
If I had to guess. So yeah, whatever. I mean, it felt like the shortest and the longest thing in the entire world at the same time. Like obviously so short because like I don't even know this person.
Right.
But also you're just so exhausted, so tired. Like
And you're with the person all day long.
No,
basically.
you're never
not.
with him.
You're never with.
You're never
so
with
you're
him.
Never with them. You get
No.
picked to
yeah,
go
I mean,
on
I
dates,
never got a
basically.
one-on-one, so can't speak to what it's like to have.
It's a little fucked up. I think.
Yeah.
Like, the whole thing, like the whole process of it is screwed
It's
up.
very weird,
and it could be very like. I would say I don't know if I say damaging, but like it
Well, yeah.
just fuck your ego up a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I was. Yeah.
didn't fuck yours
Mentally,
up.
I was bad
They tried
after
to
the
fuck your
fact.
They tried to basically screw your ego up.
Yeah,
That's
and
what
they
did.
well, yeah, I was messed up for years afterwards.
Really?
Debatably still am, but in the moment it's just weird because like you maybe get like 2 minutes with him
Mm-hmm.
every other day. And then that 2 minutes that you get, it's so inauthentic because all you're thinking of is like, I have 2 minutes. Here's what I have to talk about with this person. Like I have to talk about.
What was the first thing that popped in your head to talk about? Like the first 2 minutes that you actually got?
Like when I first met him, I actually got a good amount of time the first night. They actually.
Did he get married to the person that he's with? Nothing. No. Is he still a famous?
He's married to a normal girl, very nice girl.
Okay.
Ironically, I'd say like him and I are friends more so than anyone else from this season, which is always funny because, getting a phone call. But yeah, I think it took years of me being like angry about how everything went. And then him and I talked and he apologized for everything. And it was like, okay, we're at peace with this now. Like he's cool. So it's fine.
So that's good.
Yeah,
so
we were never romantically supposed to be together.
So you never kissed him?
Oh yeah, no. I mean, we kissed. That's all. Like people always say, you know, was there any hookups? Like personally, I could not see where that would happen.
Right.
Maybe it did for me. I couldn't have even gotten close if I tried. So, but maybe it happens. I don't know.
So the first 2 minutes, what was the first thing that popped into your head?
Well, I remember. I got lucky the first night because producers came to me and said, hey, we're going to take you to him, which is different because the first night with 30 women, you're just like chomping at the bit to where is he and when can I grab him? And so I thought that was going to be my situation. And then all of a sudden, you know, production brought me over.
Okay.
And kind of when I knew I was already in trouble was we finished our conversation and some of the girls were like, the producers were cock blocking us. Like we were trying to go interrupt your conversation and they were saying no, which made me think that in their mind, they wanted us to have like a great scene together. Right. I'm not saying they knew I was going to get the first impression rose, but maybe they just wanted to
put you out
build
there.
Up the potential. Right. So, but oh my God, I think all we talked about was just being nervous. And I told him at the time I was a news anchor, so I talked a little bit about, you know, being a news anchor and yada yada. But like the whole thing also, I feel like I was sober on the show, but I say that I was like blacked out the entire time. Like could not tell you what I said.
Do they let you guys drink on the show or not that show? They do.
I always say it's not forced, but it was always available.
Okay.
Like if you wanted to drink all day, you could times 10. You could. But I did not drink. I had one shot the entire time. I wish I had drank, honestly. Maybe
you got some liquid courage.
Well, I just would have been a little. I was so like uptight. I feel like I.
And
wish,
how old were you?
I was 23.
Okay, so you were a baby.
Oh,
I mean, you were
a baby. Yeah.
Did you ever have a long relationship before that? Like before?
I had a college boyfriend, but I wouldn't. It was like a year and a half or something like that. Very nice boy. I wouldn't even really like. It was serious in that, like I thought I was in love, kind of thing. Well, but it wasn't. It was college, so no. I mean, Ben was like my first shot at love.
Did you feel like you could fall in love with him when you met him? Did you like when you first got there? Were you like really going there?
Well,
to
I
fall
felt
in love,
like
or
I
did
had.
you want to go there to be on TV? Or both?
No, I went. I'm from Texas. Everyone like. Not the expectation, but getting married at 23 is not shocking when you're from there. So.
Right. Well, I'm Italian, so getting married at 23 is
so it's
not
the same thing.
young.
So it's like the idea was my parents were married on Good Morning America, and it was always fun to have footage of them like getting married and walking down the aisle and planning the wedding and all this stuff. So my
how
mom,
did they get married on Good Morning America?
Back in the day when you could just walk into a TV news broadcast center and just say hi. My mom had seen a commercial from GMA just saying we're looking for couples to follow down the aisle. And this was when my mom could just walk in and say, pick us. They had a really unique dynamic. My mom was so excited to get married. And my dad is just very like, okay, so even back then, production's dream. And so, they got picked and the cameras followed them. And then my mom got pregnant with me so quickly that there's little baby Olivia getting her diaper changed. There's footage.
Really?
On GMA, yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, so I'm like a hopeless romantic. I think my mom is too. She thought, how cool would it be if this worked? And then we had, ABC could reuse our marriage footage. And it was like this whole kind of dream thing.
Right.
And I felt like I was falling in love with him, but then I remember like when he sent me home, I was like, oh, like I don't even know
this man.
anything about this person. Like
How could you feel like you were falling in love with him? How many minutes did you actually spend with him that whole time in a month? Like how long? Would you say an hour?
Maybe like 45 minutes total, just me and him.
And you thought you could fall in love with somebody after 45 minutes? Or do you think it was just because they were built, it was being built up?
Yeah, it's like every interview that you do, it's like, how amazing is he? And wouldn't he be the best husband? And every waking moment, you're just thinking about like how to get time with him and what to talk to him about. And he's so gorgeous. And you just get really
wrapped up in it.
Yeah,
swept
and
away.
the dates are not walking through Central Park. It's taking a helicopter above Central Park and and then having dinner on top of the Eiffel Tower. Like, it's just, it's not normal dates. So you get really...
How many dates did you go on with him?
I was only on group dates, and I had 3 group dates, and I was on the 2-on-1 date as well, which is the terrible one. Just you and one other girl. And the one other girl hated me. And that was not great.
Now, why did they... So you were you were kind of in the running because you were fifth.
Early on, I was in the running. Yeah.
So what changed? What flipped?
He found the girl he picked.
Okay.
And then like I'll argue with anyone from my season who says, "Oh yeah, I was hopeful." No, we knew who he was going to pick.
Right.
He couldn't take his eyes off of her. She's beautiful, and I knew the whole time. I mean,
you knew
once it wasn't me. Mm-hmm. And I just felt that click. I was like, "Oh, it's Lauren."
Right.
Yeah. So
and he was with her for a while after that. Or
I think they were together for I might be wrong. Like 8 months.
Okay.
They did a TV show right afterwards, which I always think is a dangerous game.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, like I think it's really easy to get wrapped. You don't know each other.
Yeah.
Like there have been success stories for sure. But it's just, you have to it's against all odds.
Of course,
that a relationship
you're
would work.
Basically with this person for not that long. First of all, a month is not long at all. Number one, just even on a regular basis, even if you are spending time with somebody, because look, in the beginning of a relationship, you're with that person all the time. You're talking on the phone with them.
I don't even have I didn't have his number.
Imagine,
I didn't
so you have to base this on maybe, like you said, 45 minutes of you not even being with somebody.
If you're getting engaged, you're basically agreeing to date with a ring on your finger.
Right, basically, right.
Essentially.
You had to get to know somebody with
it's like a whirlwind. It's very exciting. It's definitely was an amazing opportunity in terms of there are thousands of people that apply, and I still to this day can't believe that it happened to me.
Right.
And it is still something cool to tell my kids one day, but what a whirland.
You would
honestly.
never do that again.
No.
You would never go on that show again. Did you go on any other shows after that or no?
No, during COVID, actually, they couldn't film. So they did a greatest seasons ever where they kind of did a Where Are They Now? And so Ben's season was one of them. And they interviewed me and they built it up as the first time we've heard from her in 5 years. And they really, the commercials, they really went for it. But that episode went really well for me.
Okay.
My Bachelor came on and apologized to me, to the public, and Chris Harrison, the host at the time, apologized and all, but but that was the only other thing I did was that. Oh, and I did Family Feud.
With your cast.
Yeah, it was Bachelors versus Bachelorettes. So there was I don't know how many, 5 or 6 guys versus 5 girls, and it was so funny.
Did you win?
No. We were winning. This is why we were wasted. I don't know how to play the game still. And when we lost, it was we were winning the entire time and we missed one and it went back to the guys and they got it right. And all of a sudden it was the boys win. And I was like, how? But I also didn't understand the scoring. I was like, oh, darn. But that was probably the coolest TV thing I've ever done is Family Feud.
Yeah.
I would do that over Bachelor all day,
Family
every day.
Feud's fun.
Yeah, no, it was super fun.
I've been watching that show since I'm a kid.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the new show that's on right now?
Oh, I love it. Golden Bachelor?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I know
I
you
wonder if
want
I
to be
could get
on
on.
it.
Can I get a Golden Bachelor?
Well, I don't think you're old enough.
I know. I'm not golden yet.
And
I'm like tan.
Well,
I'm
he is
like-
very tan. He is very
I haven't
tan.
seen it. I haven't.
No,
I mean, I
it's
saw the
honestly
coming attraction. I
so
thought it was cute.
I love it.
And I thought it's actually something that is needed, but I also think they should do something for women and men in my age group, like middle
Yeah.
aged.
Well, I think
Like, they should
this
do
was like a
something like that.
test, right?
Yeah,
This
to
was like
see.
we'll see how this goes. And I think the ratings from when I last checked were really good.
Yeah.
So maybe, this is the thing that they start, okay, maybe let's get some people in their 60s, but
I mean, if you think about it, though, it's most of the people who are still who are home watching TV for the
Of
most
course.
part. They
Yeah.
are. I mean,
Yeah.
they're going to be because it's on. It's on a major network because
Yeah.
they don't. It's right. It's on prime time.
It's 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I
prime
mean,
time.
most people aren't home at that time. Younger
Right.
people aren't
Yeah.
going to be watching primetime network at that
Right.
time.
Everyone's watching on Hulu right now.
Right. Or-
that kind of anyone
yeah.
our age is doing the Hulu kind of
Right.
thing, I feel like.
And there's so much stuff that's
Who
streaming.
even has cable anymore?
Yeah,
I don't have
nobody.
cable.
No. I mean, I do. I still have cable, and I do. I'm not.
You
I
do.
I do.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna
I do
lie.
have
I
it.
still do. But I do. I haven't watched a primetime show in probably
I watch
10
so
years.
much TV. It's embarrassing.
yeah.
I watch.
I watch
of
a lot
TV.
of. You know what it is? I do. I'm into YouTube a lot lately.
YouTube.
Yeah, I watch a lot of
Interesting.
stuff. Yeah, I watch a lot
I'm
of
not a
different stuff,
YouTube
like
girly.
documentaries. Conspiracy
I
theories.
love a true crime doc.
Yeah,
That's my
like
thing.
these scary stuff. It's like like these mind creepy pastas and stuff
Can't
like
do that,
which
really.
is fun.
Can't do creepy,
Then I
can't do
Then I
scary.
can't sleep at night,
Yeah.
and then I'm thinking like there's gonna be a devil
Creepy.
walking on my
That's
ceiling,
not
like
my
staring
thing.
at me. I'm like I don't even want
I
to
have
open my
mad respect
eyes.
for you for being able to do that. 'cause
No,
I
I'm
can't.
scared shitless. No, I'm scared shitless. But
you face it head on.
I try to. It's like something. It's like you don't want. It's like it's something you want to watch, but you don't want to watch,
Yeah.
like a car crash.
Yep, exactly.
Like you're not supposed to like watching it.
That's
but
how
you,
I feel
but
about
you
true
watch
crime.
It.
I'm
Yeah.
literally watching
People
murder
getting
stories.
slaughtered.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like,
Me
why
too.
do
I
like
love
this
that.
so
I don't know
much?
why. I love to watch.
Why do I like to listen to it too? Anything.
I know, and then I
Give it
wonder
to
why
me.
I can't sleep at night. And I wake up
know.
in the morning because I'm listening to this while I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
I'm listening to murders. Like I was watching the ID Network.
Yeah.
For like
ID.
one-
That's so
I was
funny.
so hooked on ID Network, and I used to wake up. I'm like, why do I feel like such crap in the morning? I said, well, maybe because all I'm hearing is about
And you're
people
up
getting
till
murdered
who knows
in
when,
my sleep.
And yeah.
And then at one point, my husband goes to me, why do you keep watching this? I said, because I'm trying to take notes because I'm going to do it right and not get caught. Meaning like I was going to kill him. So, yeah, I'm going to try to figure out how to do it the right way.
Yeah. No.
But yeah, I mean, I watched that, but what else do I watch? I do like the true crimes. You have to watch the one about, what's his name? Romero. What the heck is his first name?
Romero?
He was Ramirez.
Oh, wait.
He was on a spree in California in the 80s. There was so many serial
I feel
killers
like I've
in
watched.
our time.
I'm just waiting for the true crime doc about the Long Island guy.
Oh my God! They thought he was a cop for a long time.
I know.
That was a big thing.
It's a
for
fascinating
long time.
story.
It was a very fascinating story.
I can't. That'll come soon. Netflix is on it. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
they're
They're in
totally
production.
on it. They're totally on it. They're
Yeah.
on it all.
They're
Them
in
or
production
Hulu,
for
and now
it.
Tubi's a big deal now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Peacock, all of them.
all of them. It's like you don't even know what to watch anymore. It's so many. You know what show I do love? I love The Gilded Age. I've been watching that. That
My
show's
sister's
great.
loving that right now.
God, I love it. I love those timepieces. I like them. I think it's so
Trash
cool.
TV for me always.
You like just trash TV?
Trash.
Do you like reality a lot? Do you
Love
watch
it.
it?
Love it.
I don't know. I don't want. I mean, I'll get into it on occasion. I just don't get into it anymore.
Well, I'm just like I have to watch.
just too
I work
negative
from
for me.
home, and I have to have TV on in the background.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like kind of half watching everything, but I feel like I'm rewatching
I always have the
Sex
TV. I
and
have
the
the
City.
TV on, but I have. Oh, and that. You know what? I rewatched The Sopranos. I love
Honestly,
The
when
Sopranos.
I go to your office, I love it because there's always like Bravo on in the
Yeah, there's
background,
always
and
Bravo
it's
on in
super
the
loud,
background.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, it's perfect. It's
because I have cable in my
exactly.
office, so I have Bravo on.
we love your office. I love watching TV at your office.
And I love when you come to my office.
I know.
You always make my day.
I know. But yeah, Golden Bachelor is really good. I'm obsessed with it.
Yeah.
I think
so we
this
have to
is-
see if I could get on it, but I think I might be too young. I can actually say that.
I'm sure a lot of the producers that were on The Bachelor when I was on it back then, maybe there's like 2 or 3 left. But I don't know. So there's probably a whole bunch of new faces that I would have no pull, unfortunately.
I would probably.
But
I'm too young.
you would be amazing.
Yeah, but like I
really
said, I
would.
don't think I'm there yet. Like I said, I think I'm still like tan. I'm not golden yet. I'm not there yet. I don't want to admit it. I'm not that close to 70. I mean, I am closer to 70 than I am to 20.
You don't look
but,
a day over 40.
oh my God, I love you.
I
God
know.
bless you.
God bless you.
God love you, child.
God love
God
ya.
love you, child. So tell me, what else is going on in your life now?
Gosh. Yeah, I mean, kind of, I graduated with my master's last year.
That's amazing.
Thank you. Yeah. So I work all day.
What do you do?
I
now?
work, I'm the assistant brand manager on John Frieda.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Sometimes I say John Frieda and people are like, oh my God. Or they're like, what's that? John Frieda was huge in the 90s,
Yes.
early 2000s. But yeah, so I work full time in the beauty industry and I play pickleball.
What
That's
is
all I
pickleball?
do.
What is pickleball?
It's the new rage. It's like, it's kind of like tennis, but
Wanna
smaller.
play with pickles?
Well, I was always wondering why pickleball, and
Yeah.
someone told me recently. It's a guy created the sport. Was it like Washington or something? And he had a dog named Pickle. Or Pickles or something. And that's
So
literally
that's where they got it
Yeah,
from.
Yeah.
It's so funny how some phrases where
It's
they
so
come
weird,
from, right?
Yeah, but it's like this sport has just it took over in New York this summer, and I got
And now
bit,
you're into
I got bit
pickleball.
by the bug, and I
So
am
now you're
obsessed.
pickleball obsessed.
All
All
I-
right.
I mean, over the summer I was playing like
They play
4
what
or
is it
5
like
times
big in
a
the
week.
parks and stuff?
Yeah, so like Central Park, the Woolman Arena area where that ice rink is, they turned it into
A pickleball court?
Pickleball. It was like 20 of them.
Wow.
And of course, I mean, New York
I
is
have to
like,
come
how
watch
can
you
we
play
monetize
pickleball.
this? So
Yeah.
it's like $120 an hour to play pickleball. They're just making a killing on this
Wow.
sport.
Tell me
hate it.
how the sport works.
It's just like, it's very similar to tennis. It's not like a string racket. It's like a kind of, it's not plastic, but
So it's like ping
paddle.
pong.
It looks like a paddle
right.
thing. And, it's basically, it's like tennis, but with a little light ball with holes in it. Anyone who plays pickleball and listens to
So it's kind of like the ball that the dogs play with. Kind of like, a
it's
cat
like
plays with.
neon and plastic and like my sister was a college athlete, and anytime she watches pickleball, because it is a professional sport now, and the Brooklyn.
When did this start? Because I never heard of it. Ever.
It took off this summer. Like New York went wild for pickleball. I think it's been around for a few years, but people like it because people like elderly people can play pickleball. Like it's lighter on the body, but you're still getting out and exercising. Like I play
So basically, you don't have to be this overwhelming big athlete to play the ball.
No, I mean,
so it's like playing ping pong
yeah,
ball, basically?
exactly.
Okay.
And like I'm pretty competitive at this point,
gotta
and I
check
have
this
my
out.
little group of competitive people. But there's
So you
people
got
on
your
the court.
Your pickleball. You got your
Oh
pickle
yeah,
group.
I'm obsessed. I call them my pickle people. That's what I did all summer, and I'm obsessed. I'm actually injured right now, so I'm off.
So you can't play pickleball now.
It's
'cause
really
you're
hard
injured.
for
How
me.
did you get injured playing pickleball? Did you-
I need to get. I have got my 3rd stress fracture in my life. I have a stress fracture in my left hip.
In the same spot?
I've had 2 in my lower back, my L5,
Are you
one on
taking
each
enough
side.
calcium?
So now every morning I pour as if I can somehow reverse the damage that I've done with orange juice.
Yes.
I'll have like a big thing of OJ and all these multivitamins. Now I'm just trying to do anything I can to get back
You
on
need
the
some
court.
calcitonin.
Yeah, well, I got an MRI. I've been told to stay boring, is what my doctor says, because I was also addicted to Barry's boot camp and running
Yeah.
pretty intensely
you don't
every
wanna
few
get in it.
days.
Yeah.
And so yeah,
You
so
gotta- you gotta keep it-
I'm out right now. I'm boring.
So you can't play pickleball either.
No pickleball.
You can
right
watch
now.
it though,
I can't even do that. It's too depressing.
because then you want to go play. Aww.
Yeah.
Well, you'll be out there soon.
I will.
Just gotta get
yeah.
yourself together.
I have another X-ray just after Thanksgiving, so hopefully my doctor said.
Shit, I don't feel that bad at my age. If that, I don't even have stretch fractures.
No,
and you
that's
have them.
why I'm
Wow,
like
it's
next
amazing.
step I need to get like a bone density scan or something, because I'm
Yes,
like
you do.
I'm 32 years
You
old
gotta
and
make sure that
relatively
you have,
healthy.
You're low
Yeah,
calcium.
so I'm like, what
Yes.
is going on with me? Am I discovering that I have a problem here?
No, it's
So-
probably something that you could fix. So
Yeah, and I think there is osteoporosis in my family a little bit.
I was just
so
gonna
I'm-
ask that.
Yeah, so I think I got
Osteocytopenia.
That's the
could be anything
penia.
like-
My mom has the penia
Yeah.
or whatever, the intro
So you have,
to it.
yeah, that's what you need to do. You need to get yourself some calcium and calcitonin in your diet.
We're working on it.
I mean, you look great.
Thank you.
You look beautiful.
You do too. I told
do.
you that.
Oh my god,
You really do. Your
do.
skin looks fantastic.
thank you. Keep it coming. Keep telling me how wonderful
Not a
I look.
single zit or nothing on your face, girl.
Well, I hope so.
Meanwhile-
I don't know. I've been getting zits lately. I can't believe
No.
what's going on in my 50s. I never ever suffered from acne in my life ever.
I'm jealous.
And now sometimes I get these zits on my face, like these big ones. I'm like, where is
Hormonal
this?
ones.
I don't have hormones. I have no
Yeah, I was
uterus.
gonna say, I don't have hormones.
nothing. I have nothing to create hormones. I have zero. Like, where are they coming from? I don't know where the hell they're coming from.
I don't know.
No,
You-
but
and
I
you're-
get one on my chin. I get one on my foot. It's always
Stress?
like somewhere.
stress.
Probably stress. It could be definitely stress because I have a lot of stress.
Yeah, well, and you're running a pretty
run ragged.
huge company at this
Yeah,
point, and you got the
I'm running.
podcast, and you got all these people coming through the door every day saying, "Make me look pretty."
I know it is,
Including me.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
I just realized my forehead is starting to
You
move.
need to come
I
in
was,
for some
I was,
Botox.
I was
I'm
literally.
gonna plug my place. Dolce
Yeah.
Aesthetics, New York. Everybody come in to see me.
I was panicking a little bit. I was on FaceTime, and I was like, "Oh my god."
Oh my God! Everybody. That's
my
when
forehead is
people start
moving a little
coming.
bit.
When people come in, like, "Oh my God, I was on
Oh,
a Zoom
yeah.
at work,
So
and I
bad.
look like crap. I need to come in."
It's so bad. How
I know. Thank God for Zoom because people really look at
I know. I
themselves
live on
and
Zoom.
they wanna
That's
come
my
in.
entire life is just on Zoom constantly. I work from home.
Is it you work
so,
from home?
Yeah.
How is it working from home?
I don't. It has its advantages, and I know that if and when I get a job in New York, I'm gonna eat my words for sure
Yeah.
because I'm gonna be like, "What the heck is this?"
Husband.
I'm going into the office thing, but no, I think it's more just I'm single. It's sometimes I don't even leave my apartment.
So what do you do? Get all dressed up from here?
I mean, I
up,
don't
and then
even.
you're
I
just
wouldn't
wearing
even
your
say
underwear?
dressed up. I wear like
Didn't
yoga
somebody get caught
pants
with like their pants down on one of the news
well,
stations
there was
once? And
there was
they
a
didn't have-
hilarious story. Well, all I know is I saw this great picture over COVID when everyone was on Zoom of this guy on like a big work meeting, a bunch of faces on the screen, and he's just butt naked, like full dick out.
He doesn't realize
he
that
forgot,
he
or
forgot.
you know that they can't. But that's so easy to do. Or like I'll be on calls and I think I'm muted and I'm not, and
oh
I'll
my
just be
God.
like, oh, this shit's so annoying.
You know what?
And
I used to
I'm
do
like,
that when during COVID,
Yeah.
especially when the kids were on like their calls with school.
Yeah.
And I would be like in the background, like cursing and stuff. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, shut the fuck
know,
up.
yeah.
And all of a sudden they hear me,
Yeah.
Mom, it's school. Everybody just heard
Yeah,
you curse. I'm
I feel like we've
cursing.
just become like animals on
Yeah,
screen.
but I didn't. But we didn't realize they were taking the classes. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
God, the whole class heard me curse. Or I'm like, oh, the teacher's an asshole. Like I think I said the teacher was an asshole.
I've probably
one
been
day.
caught saying so much worse, but
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, it has its positive. It's definitely like socially not great. My sister met her husband at work, and so I always am like, God,
I
is
like
that-
the fact to go to work. That's what
Yeah.
that's what I think that you guys are missing by doing that.
Yeah.
Because getting dressed, going to work, going to the
Yeah.
city. When I used to get up and go to work, when I used to work in the city,
Yeah.
I used to love I didn't love getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning to get
But
dressed.
I would
to
do
go-
it if it meant like having.
But I loved it. I
Yeah.
loved being out. I loved being in that environment. I love being around other people.
Yeah.
Like that's so much fun. Like
I need that.
that's part. You need
Yeah.
that.
So I'm gonna find
Yeah.
it. It'll happen.
You need to,
I'm
you guys
looking
need
around.
to connect.
Yeah. No.
Everybody's got to stop gonna get off their phones.
Or even I'm trying to convince my company to give me like a little stipend for like a WeWork space or something,
Yeah.
just so I'm at least seeing other humans.
human beings, right?
Yeah, because outside of walking my dog, sometimes
You don't
that's
see any.
the
But
only
that's
time.
see, you need to be around other people.
Yeah, and like I feel like as we get older, it's so much harder to like even people that I used to hang out with, friends that I used to see all the time. It just becomes harder and harder to see people regularly. What,
It is.
you know, once
Things
we're
change.
like, oh, you know, going out to dinner in New York is so expensive and whatever. And I'm just like, oh my God. So even
And
if
it's
it
so
just,
tiring. Like when I
Yeah.
go home, I'm like, oh my God, do I have to go to dinner? I have to get dressed.
yeah, or like I
gotta
have to,
blow my
yeah, I
hair.
gotta do that. I gotta put
have to
makeup,
makeup
on. So I need an excuse to like leave my house
get out.
because sometimes
Once I'm out though. I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
happy when I'm out. But
Yeah.
it's like just to get there is like
Yeah.
is a lot.
Yeah,
It could be a
so-
lot.
so
and I
I-
can only
yeah.
imagine my age, and I'm a lot older
well,
than you.
and you're an extrovert and I'm not. So so I'm already
But you'd
at a
be surprised a
disadvantage.
lot of times when I it's funny when I go home after a day as well, I want to be left alone. Like,
Yeah.
I want nobody to talk to me. I
I
sit.
cannot
I
picture
need to
that
be
of you.
Quiet, like I have to.
Really?
Yeah, I need quiet when I go home. I need to relax. I just don't want to be.
Interesting.
Yeah, I want to be because after all day I'm talking to people
All
all day
day.
long.
It's true.
I don't want to talk to
I
anybody.
can
after.
confirm. I've
Yeah, I
heard.
just can't. After being with people all day long, I need to just. And it's gotten worse as I gotten older.
Yeah.
When I was younger, didn't care, but now in the last few years, I'm like, oh no,
we're
I have to
we're
shut the
getting
TV
old,
off.
Girl.
Yeah,
We're getting old.
Well, you're not getting old. I'm getting old. I'm getting older. It's all
stop
right.
it.
It's all right. Right, 50's the new 40, 40's the new 30, 30, and so on and so forth.
This is so good.
You want another one? I'm gonna give you another one soon.
This is my lunch.
And how about now? You seeing anybody?
I'm I keep finding myself in long distance situations. I have a boy that I really like who doesn't live here, and that's a bummer. But yeah, I'm single because like we don't live in the same place.
Okay.
But the sex is very good.
And
It's
that's
hard.
It's hard to give
it up.
Thing.
It's hard to give it up. But
You
no,
kinda
I'm
need a
very single.
balance. You
I'm
need a
very
balance.
single. And I complain
So he's
about
your fuck
it.
buddy, basically.
Yeah. I
Okay,
mean,
that's all right.
like
How old are you again?
I'm almost. I turned 32 in
Oh,
March.
jeez. I got shoes older than you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not. It's funny. I'm actually not that worried about it though. Like, I'm not someone that's like, oh my God, I'm single.
Do you want to have kids?
I do want to have kids, but I don't know. I'm warming up to the idea that like I could do it just myself. I could do it. You know, I could
mean, you
adopt
theoretically
later on.
could,
Like,
but
I'm
it's
thinking
always
about
better to
freezing
have a
my
partner.
eggs. But yeah, I don't know. Dating is just like not something that keeps me up at night. You know,
What about going on the apps?
I'm on Hinge.
Yeah. My daughter just found a really nice boyfriend.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, like for me, I don't know if I would ever do it, but now when I'm seeing all these people, like they've been finding people. I don't know.
Can I? This is gonna sound so. I say this very humbly, but my issue that I run into in the apps is that I feel like Jeff is gonna laugh at this. Is like everyone likes me, and meaning like I have like 200 hearts or whatever,
Right.
and then I'm just like so overwhelmed,
Right,
Because
so
no
you don't
one's
know.
actually like reading my responses. I feel like it's all just very like boop boop, yes, yes, yes. And so I'm like, where do I even start?
Start,
Like,
right.
I would rather have 2 likes,
People, right.
and then I can focus on the 2.
Well, that's because you're a beautiful girl. So
yeah,
people
well,
are gonna,
it's like it's overwhelming.
Can't
So-
you narrow it down? Like, can't
yeah,
you put
I
something
already
to
have
narrow it?
like I'm a height girl.
How
Like,
about you just put an ugly picture of yourself up, and then it'll be easier.
there's so many to choose from. Trust me. I have like height is tight.
It's tight. Okay.
I'm just one of those girlies. I can't date someone.
Yeah, I couldn't date. Well, I'm not
pretty
that tall.
tall.
I'm not too. I'm medium height, but I could never date
Yeah,
somebody
I'm,
shorter.
I'm
than
pretty tall, so that's like an
I like
already.
taller. There
Yeah,
you go.
and then like age, I've got that narrowed down a little bit. So I'm trying to.
What's the oldest you would date?
I have an ex that's 12 years older than me. It didn't feel like there was definitely moments of he would make a reference to a movie that I was like,
And you have no idea
I was
what it
like,
was.
I-
Like, what are you talking
yeah.
about?
So I have it at 40.
Okay. Well, this is not bad. That's
Yeah,
That's,
my
I think
sweet
that's,
spot would be like 36, 37.
Okay.
I think. But
But you wouldn't do like 50s or 60s.
I would if I was like a
Money?
sugar.
See, you know what it is? I think to me, when I look at it like that, I'm like, I think that you're limiting yourself with somebody
Yeah.
that much older. Like you said, what
Well,
is
if
the
you want to have
relationship?
kids, if you
Right.
want, like it's yeah.
What are you really talking about? You're pretty much dating your father.
It's hard. It's hard to. I mean, like yeah,
It's like,
12 years older. There were times that there were
You
little
don't even speak
things,
the
but
same
even like
language.
music, like his favorite bands, I was like,
Well, what?
yeah, what is
Like-
that?
like
So
you- like,
yeah,
right,
it's
you-
just like little things that I don't know. If and when I meet someone, it's like I want them to be my best friend, and that sometimes just can mean shooting the shit about
Right.
things that are
Happening now.
right now.
And if you're not in this like thinking
right.
about the same thing,
Right. So
Yeah.
So yeah, 40, and then I think my low is 30.
Okay.
Which is still lower than I would like, but I put it there.
I think that that's okay.
Yeah.
I think that 40 is a good. I think that I mean, if you're going out with somebody 8 to 10 years older than you, that's fine.
Yeah.
I think that's fine. I think
Yeah.
once you start passing that, it becomes like awkward, and then it becomes like,
Just
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you said, sugar. If you have no problem, listen.
Hey,
if there's
I am
any
not
80-year-olds out
against-
there that want to date me
and pay me an allowance.
and give me an allowance, just let me hang out in their yacht all day.
Oh,
and
I remember.
have my fat ass.
I
sit
remember
there all
when I
day
was younger and
drinking
like
some
I looked
Prosecco,
at
we're
that
good.
seeking arrangement stuff and
Yeah.
all that, and I could never get off the ground. It was
Yeah.
like I was like, ugh.
You know, and I don't even know if I would even want something like that.
No,
I mean, I think it would be fun for a little while.
respect it. I mad respect it.
Like I said, I would Anna Nicole it too for a little
How
while.
much
I'm no
easier
problem.
it would be to live as a single person in New York if I had an extra 5K.
If you had a little sugar daddy
shuggy.
helping you. But you know what? People don't think it comes with attachments. It comes with
Well,
it.
and I'm like a very no attachment. I
Yeah.
would be like, I can dump you whenever I want. I can not see you if I don't want to. That doesn't really work for them.
No.
So, but yeah, I thought about it for a minute. Never happened.
So it didn't happen.
No.
So no sugar.
No.
Okay. All right. So now you're gonna find true love.
I
That's what
hope
you're gonna
so.
find.
I
You
hope
will.
so.
I think you will.
Yeah.
Listen.
I don't
you-
help myself. Like I
started
know
from
this.
like this level of the Bachelor, so now you already have some of the tools, so you can figure out.
Yeah.
You know, you have a lot of the tools now.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think The Bachelor only helped in terms of like opening doors to meeting very cool,
People.
interesting people. And
Right.
I'm a big believer. I don't know. I always think like the meeting someone through a friend is great. And I have met
think
so
so,
many
too.
cool people through the show and then
Mm-hmm.
by extension. And so someone's going to be like, hey, I have this friend.
It's
Jim-
gonna happen.
Jim Bob, and it's going to work. I'm not worried
I know
about it.
it's gonna work for you.
Or I get a job at a bank and I'm like, I don't know what I do every day, but I'm here to meet men.
Bartending is a good way to meet men
That's
too.
a good point.
That's a good-
If all I had to do was like flip a top on,
Yeah.
on a beer, then that's great.
And
But I
that's
don't
it.
know if I can make cocktails. Yet. They would all be so bad. So
You
bad.
would learn.
I
You would learn.
Terrible, terrible.
Tell me what you. So I want you to tell everybody where they can find you on social media.
Well, I'm not the most fun follow, but I'm Olivia Caridi on Instagram. Haven't posted in like a year, but put some cool stories up sometimes.
You do put some good stuff up. I
And
think you
then I'm on TikTok
How's your TikTok
week.
week?
I tried
I'm
it
just
for
trying to
like 2
navigate it.
weeks. I like gave it my all. I was trying to do all these fun transitions, and then these people, these stingy TikTok peeps, never made me viral. Whoever runs the algorithm
It's not breaking
made
you
it.
viral.
I was like, I put weight because those take hours.
They do. They take a long
God,
time.
I don't know how people
Do
create
it.
content all the time. Like that was an hour.
It's
too,
a lot.
And like, yeah. So I
It's a lot.
Hell.
It is.
I haven't really posted on that either. Y'all follow me. I think that one's Olivia_Caridi. I'm on Goodreads. It's probably where I'm
Goodreads.
most active. Big reader. I think that one's Olivia Caridi.
She's very smart.
No,
She is. You are. You're
I'm
intelligent.
I'm a bookie. I'm a big bookie.
That's what you have to find. You have to find somebody who
nerd.
likes. You need a. Why don't you go hang out in bookstores?
Trust me. I know what I have to do. It's just that I don't help myself.
Well,
I don't actually.
you got to get yourself out there a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Put yourself out there. You're gonna find that right person.
Yeah.
I know you. I'm gonna cheers the pudding.
Cheers to finding Jim
Cheers
Bob.
to finding Jim Bob for Olivia. And if I know of anybody, I'm gonna get you
Seriously
hooked
though,
up.
like I mean, the bar, like I don't even have any prerequisites anymore. You just have to be at
Like
least
a
6
mammal?
feet. You have to be a mammal. You have to have a heartbeat.
Okay.
But other than that,
And it has to be a little bit tall, but otherwise, you're
yeah,
okay
like
with it.
height and like a decent sized dick.
Okay.
At this point, I don't even
That's
care.
it.
It doesn't even have to.
It doesn't
It
have
can
to
be
work.
decent.
It could be decent.
We
It
can
doesn't
work
have
with
to.
it.
You could work with
Yeah,
it.
the bar is below ground.
Okay, we got it.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna have to. Love it. It's so funny. Well, I'm so glad that you
Yeah,
came here
thanks for
today
having me.
and gave me some of your time.
Yeah, thanks for
And
the
I hope
pudding.
you could go play pickleball soon.
Hopefully after
I hope
Thanksgiving.
maybe you'll find
My
somebody playing
My
pickleball.
doctor's actually kind of cute.
Well, you know what? Maybe you should, go
My
in and tell him that
orthopedic
you're.
surgeon.
Well, tell me when you want him to lick your fracture.
Can
could be-
you fix me up?
Can you fix
sir?
me up and give me a little massage on
No,
my
he's
fracture?
Cute. He's cute. Maybe
Well, there you go.
maybe he wants to ask me out, but he's like, I gotta wait till she's not my patient.
Yeah,
anymore.
maybe.
Yeah,
You
so I
could,
need to-
you could
that's why I
always
have
do
to
that. You
heal
can
up.
always thank him after he fixes your fracture and
Yeah.
say, "Hey, you want to go out with me for a
Yeah, I
good?"
remember I got my appendix removed in October.
And you had sex with the guy who took out your
But I had
appendix?
3, I wish. I had 3 of the hottest doctor surgeons or whatever. One of which, like, my mom needs a hobby. And so I was like, this doctor, I can't remember his name anymore. And she literally texts me back an hour later and she's like, here's his wedding registry and all this stuff.
She found him. That was it.
But I was like,
She was a sleuth.
bummer.
She
Yeah.
found
yeah.
him.
So
That's so funny.
but just send it to my mom and she'll be part of the FBI and she'll figure it out. And yeah, maybe doctors.
Women are very good at that, I have to say. There's nothing.
We
There's
know.
not. Listen, there's no. Women are better than any FBI, CIA, any three.
It should all be run just by women.
Just by women who are, especially that they're scorned.
Yes.
That's it. We can find
Women
out anything.
scorned.
Women scorned. You hire them for the FBI, they'll find out anywhere. They'll find out anything.
What's that? Something for a woman scorned. I can't remember the saying.
Oh, hell
has no fury
like a woman
scorned.
scorns, and that is so true. I know.
I'm so scorned all the time.
Well, we know what. We're not going to let you be scorned anymore. We're going to find you that doctor. We're going to get you with your orthopedic surgeon. We're going to tell him to lick your fracture and go play
my
pickleball with you, and we'll be okay. All right,
wish it was
thank you
that easy.
everybody for a wonderful day, and remember to watch me on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple. Please, please, not only the shorts, the whole show.
Yeah.
Have a great. Tell them, Olivia.
The whole show.
The whole show. Damn it.
No shorts.
No shorts. The whole show. But no, you can watch the shorts too. Everybody have a great day.
Thanks.
Bye. That was great.
Yay.
That was so much fun.
Perfect.